Hello, and welcome to a tutorial on how to use the whiteboard in Blackboard Collaborate. This is actually one of the more fun options that we have to play with in Blackboard Collaborate. So let's look at the toolbox that we have here. Hopefully you can see my little cursor dancing around the screen here. On the left-hand side of the whiteboard, we have a toolbar. We have lots of different tools to pick from here. Right now, I'm using the top one on the button. It's a picture of a pointer. That simply gives me a pointer on the white screen, so I can select things or click on things. For example, I'm going to click on the title here, Blackboard Collaborate. I've selected it, and now I can move it around. Let's put that back. The next item in the list gives us the ability to point things out using various shapes. We've got a little star, fingers, we want to point at something, a pointer, a red X, and a smiley face. So let's say I've put something on the screen and one of my students likes it or they agree with it and they want to put a smiley face next to it. This little smiley face icon will allow us to do that. If I click on there again, let's say I don't like something or it's not the answer I was looking for, I can put a red X on there. And that moves every time I click my mouse. The next one down is one of the most useful tools here. This is our pen and or highlighter. I've clicked on here. The solid little pencil crayon looking shape here is our pen. If I click on the other one, it's a highlighter. So I'm going to start with a pen here. You see I have another little box down here. I can use this to decide how big I want my pen stroke to be. Very, very wide or very, very small. And we can choose a color by clicking on that color box there. We have a wide range of colors to choose from. Let's say I'd like to draw in green. So I'm going to click on green. And then I'm going to go draw on my whiteboard. If I click on the pen shape again and this time click on the highlighter, see now it's changed. Stroke size 10, so wider, much like that of a highlighter, and it's in yellow. So I'm just going to go down here and highlight Buena Vista University. And that's our pen and highlighter. The next one down is again a very useful tool that we end up using in the classroom a lot, and that's our text. If we click on the little A, and come out here into our whiteboard where we'd like to type something, we now have a little text box there, and I will say, hello, whoops, I can't type. My name is Samantha. And hit enter. And there's my text. This will appear to everyone in the classroom. They can all see your text. A couple more options here. For drawing, the dark square here, we can draw a square or a circle. Let's start with a square. That simply means it's going to color in the square. So there's a black one. If I want to change the color here, I simply click on the color box again. Let's make a pink square this time. I go to the whiteboard and just click and drag your mouse, and there's a pink square. If we click on there again, we have the circle option, which will of course do the same thing, only in a circle form instead of a square. The next one down will do the same thing, only hollow. So it won't fill it in. So here's an example. There's my hollow circle. And again, I can change the color if I want to. Let's draw a red circle. I'll go up here and circle the word tutorial for you. So that's our filled in and hollow circle and square options. We can also draw straight lines. That's the next one down, the little diagonal line here. So I'm just going to go to the whiteboard, click and hold, and I end up with a straight line. Wherever my mouse is when I release my mouse button is where that line stops. And again, you can do that in different colors. So if I click on the color button here and I want to go draw a red line, let's say I wanted to underline the word whiteboard, you can draw a red line there. The next one down is a screen capture. This one's kind of fun. Every once in a while, if you're working with classmates or an instructor and they want to see something on your screen, or you have an error message or something that you can't figure out and you want to share it with them, we could use screen capture. So I'm going to click on that button, and it takes me to the screen that I was using. See this ghost box here, so to speak? It's kind of making my screen bounce around. Well, this big square is what it's going to capture. So I'll put that where I want it, and I'll go to the OK button in the center. That means I'm ready for it to take its picture, so to speak. So I'll hit OK. And now when I come back to my whiteboard, you'll see I have my screen that I'm able to paste right there on the whiteboard for people to see. One last nifty little feature here of the whiteboard. Maybe your eyes aren't what they used to be, or your instructor's aren't, and she puts things on the screen too big. In the top left-hand corner here, you can change the size of your whiteboard. Say we want to see it really small because we want to look at something else on our screen. Or they've got tiny print on there and we just can't read it. So we can do 200% or 300%. We can make it bigger to suit our needs. Most of the time you'll just see this at 100%, but if there's something you want to see bigger or smaller, you can. And that wraps up the fun tools that we have to work with on the whiteboard.